Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions,
You want to come on the show? You want to come on? Do you want to come on then? Do you want to come on? Do you want to come on? Do you want to come on? If anyone wants to come on, do you want to come on?
What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Macho Madness. Hope everyone's having a phenomenal day. Much love and appreciation to everyone who's live right now and everyone watching on the replay later on. Make sure to like the stream, share out the stream, and turn on notifications so you know when Max is live, so you know when we're doing Macho Madness, and all that fun stuff. And make sure to support Max because we wouldn't be able to be here without our good friend Max. So much love, man. Hope you're doing well. And today, I thought I was going to do a solo stream today, but today we have DL joining us. Hello, good sir. Can you hear me? Oh, it's connecting. We're having a little bit of hold on. Let me remove him. Try to bring him back here in a minute. I think it's my computer, or is it his end? Is it my end? There we go. Hello, my friend.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Can everyone hear me? Is everything good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
How you doing, man?
Okay.
Nah, I feel it, man. I think we're gonna do like an hour, maybe, if we can go a little longer, because it's super freaking hot today out in Vegas. It's like 108 degrees right now. It's ridiculous.
Oh boy.
And first off, I want to start off by welcoming the new member of the channel. Welcome, Servash Ganesh Raj. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I apologize if I didn't say that right. But welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for the support, man. Much love and appreciation to you. What's up, Axel? How you doing? What's up, Darkness Under the Wind? What's up, Patrick? Not really serious. It's just I'm not used to doing these without Austin, so I'm a little thrown off. But my baby's is sick right now, so please, pull.
Is Austin okay? Is Austin okay?
We've been working a lot. We've been really busy. We just started a new job and stuff together, and we've been going at it every day. And so he's just really exhausted. So he's taking a rest day, which is very much needed.
Okay.
But let's see. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Like I said, yep, Chris, Austin's all right. Yes, he is all right. He's all right. My baby's is fine. What's up, DatBoy22? What's up, man? But yeah, we got a few topics going on today. I figured we'd keep it short and sweet. I mean, there's a lot of topics that come out in 2 weeks, between these episodes. So there's stuff I kind of want to, pick that's under the radar that not everyone has really talked about. I don't want to really talk about the big things, but there are some pretty big things I want to talk about, like the Black Adam trailer. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll talk about the Joker 2 announcement. We'll talk about, what we've been watching, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Stranger Things season 4. There's of course, the main topic I want to get into before we get into anything else, I want to discuss the verdict of the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. I just want to kind of go through that a little bit and kind of look at her team's response on live television and look at his team's response to all that's been going on, because they went on Good Morning America today and did a few interviews to clear up the air on some things. What's up, Blue Jay? So what did you all think of the Black Adam trailer? I thought it was awesome and made me pumped. I hope it's good. We're going to get into that in a little bit, so definitely stay tuned. That's our third topic today, so it's going to be pretty fast. Where's the Macho Men? We are the Macho Men. This is the Macho Madness.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. Oh, and we also have a Jurassic World Dominion coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we can also talk about what we're excited for in that movie and some stuff like that if you want, DL.
Okay.
Why are we talking about the trial? It's over. Well, I've been covering the trial throughout Macho Madness, and we only go over every 2 weeks. And so I kind of want to talk about, I've been going through it the whole time. So I might as well, touch up my thoughts on it. And, it's not going to be super long. I just kind of want to give my thoughts about Johnny's glorious victory and Amber Heard's glorious defeat. So I just kind of want to talk about that really briefly. And then I also want to talk about the Ezra Miller TMZ stuff that came out today, because there's some, as much as we've talked about Ezra Miller on the show, there's some things I have some feelings about this TMZ article that just sound very weird. But we'll get into that after this. But anyway, so for the first topic, what's up, Isaac? How you doing, man?
Isaac?
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, I was saying hello to Isaac.
Oh, sorry, man. Just making sure I didn't interrupt you or anything. Yeah, the stuff with Ezra now is just weird now. I don't know what to think, to be honest. But no, I think I think we all kind of expected Johnny Depp to win. I mean, the evidence against her, the evidence that he had against her was just insurmountable. I mean, it was just, there was no way it didn't go in his favor. I didn't see any possibilities of this going in his favor, or not going in his favor, because just look at her testimony. Look at the evidence that her team provided. It's a bunch of shit. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yep.
They sat there and wasted all of their time to the point where they only had a 4-minute closing rebuttal, which is absolutely ridiculous. And you know why they wasted all that time? Because they sat there while his team was direct examining their witnesses and Johnny and all that stuff. They sat there and objected every other second, and that's why they wasted all their time. But Johnny's team was smarter than them. They were valuable in their time. They were valuable in spending the time that they had proficiently. And they did it beautifully. And I think Camille Vasquez's closing rebuttal is just a chef's kiss on top of everything that's been going on the last, 5 weeks before that. And, I think it was a really powerful closing rebuttal as well. I think this is a really big victory. A really big victory for men that are victims of domestic violence, domestic abuse, any sort of abuse. And I think this is going to bring a lot of awareness towards that. I think this is a big step forward for that. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. But I think it will. I think this will definitely impact the future going forward with people who are accused of these things, unless there is, actual fucking evidence, but there wasn't any in this case. We all know that. But, the Ezra Miller situation is really bad. I do really want to get into that. So I'm going to quickly go through what I think about this. But no, I just find it very interesting about when Elaine Bredehoft, her lawyer, was questioning Morgan Tremaine, the TMZ employee who, offered his testimony about the video that they, were sent about him slamming cabinets and stuff. I find it hilarious how she wanted her and the other guy, Rottenborn, whatever, I forgot his name. They're trying to write this narrative that Johnny's witnesses are just trying to get their 15 minutes of fame, right? Then she goes on, not even 24 hours after the verdict, goes on live television and decides to spew her mouth and basically make some baseless accusations about the jury and about the court. She basically said that the jury, probably looked at social media. They probably were influenced by the court of public opinion. So that's what swayed their verdict. And I just think that's a stupid, baseless accusation. But what I find most interesting, when his lawyer was asked about that today, he said, he kept it very professional, which I was really impressed with, and I really appreciated. Because I know that her team doesn't have the ability to do this. They're going to sit there and, point the finger and say, oh, it was all rigged. It was all, it's all a hoax, whatever. But he sat there and said, I was just really disappointed in that because I know she's a great lawyer. That was just really disappointing. To sit there and make baseless accusations is just ignorant. And it's just, what the hell? What are you doing?
A great lawyer could have fooled me.
I know. And I was just like, we all know she's not a great lawyer. He's just, but it's the thought that counts. He was being professional. And they've maintained that professionalism in all their interviews and just throughout the case as well. But yeah, overall, I think it's a great win for Johnny. I'm glad he got his justice. He deserved it. He deserved to tell his story. And what I admire most about Johnny Depp is him going into this case. He knew, even if he didn't win, right? Even if he lost everything, he could have lost. Well, he pretty much already lost everything before this case, but he didn't care. He was willing to put everything on the line. His personal life is, he didn't have to do that, but he did, and he didn't care if he win or lose, won or lost, and that is what's most important out of this case. But him winning is a double on top of that. You got to show the world who she really is, and you got to tell your story at the same time. So, and you won. So, I mean, in my mind, he won triple time. But yeah, fuck Amber Heard.
Yeah, fuck her.
Not much I got to say about that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm so happy that Johnny won. I will admit there's a tiny bit of me that had a feeling that he might lose over some stupid reasons, and I would have lost hope for all of humanity if that happened. But I was so glad he got it. Got it. That Amber got her just due. Like fuck that bitch. Like really. And I feel like we live in such a believe all women type of society right now, and like from this case, I hope this changes how, or at least have people be more aware of like stuff like this, so because like it is a very serious situation, that Johnny had to deal with, and a lot of men deal with this type of stuff all the time, and it's hard. It's already hard as it is to like for men to be open about this type of situation, so I just hope it opens some more eyes on that, so I'm very happy.
No, I agree.
As far as their careers, I have no idea where it's going to take both of them. I hope Amber doesn't get much roles after this, and part of me wishes that she'll completely get cut out of Aquaman, but I don't know if that's really likely. Then Johnny, I'm not sure.
There's a few rumors, and this one seems pretty valid because this actor has done this for other actors in the past because he's kind of experienced being, kind of outcasted and, shown in a negative light because of his behavior. But Robert Downey Jr., there's a rumor about him that he's apparently, gonna vouching for Johnny to get him some big roles and stuff. And I knew there was a rumor going around last week about him being in Beetlejuice 2. But I'm not sure how valid that is because anyone can go on Google. The only reason people thought that and are saying that is because they went on Google, looked up Beetlejuice 2 and looked at the cast and he was on there. Anyone can go on there and edit that stuff. Anyone can go on there and put anyone on this list. So I hope he is. That would be amazing. That's a dream come true. I just want to see him in another Tim Burton movie. I would love to. But there's also a rumor about Warner Brothers cutting all of her scenes in Aquaman 2, but apparently there was a screening last night or something, and her scenes were still in there. Maybe they're testing to see if people react negatively to seeing her in the movie or not. So they're like, all right, maybe we should cut all this.
I mean, the only thing I'll say is like if her role is like important to the story, and her cutting her completely out will feel jarring, then I'll be okay with the 10 minutes. I'll tolerate it if it progresses the story, especially because like the rumors about Arthur and Mira having a kid, and she's taking care of the baby while Aquaman's doing his thing. Like if it compromises that, then it's like you can have her in the 10 minutes, whatever, but like after that, she needs to be gone. I don't know. It will just depend how it plays out. I'm not.
I mean, you could have her die at giving birth or something like that. You could always there's always something. But I just
have a few reshoots.
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't, because I know James Wan was really hoping to release the movie this year, but he posted on Facebook that he's up to his neck in They're all up to their necks in VFX shots. They have so much to do. Yeah. So I really hope that if they don't have to reshoot, they can cut it, kind of make it seamless. I really hope they can do that so it doesn't set them back too much. Because I know I can't imagine how much work they're up, they're up against. They have a lot of shit to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see their careers going forward for sure. You have a very good point about that. I think Johnny has a more of a chance of being in a blockbuster again than her, though.
Yeah.
But and there, Jerry Bruckheimer and some people that work for Disney did say that they're officially moving forward with a Pirates, sequel without Johnny Depp. But apparently, after he won, they're apparently, kind of maybe saying there's room for him, which I would love. But I don't really see happening. I just hope they make Pirate 6, don't kill off Jack Sparrow. Leave room for that character to come back. Because you never know. They could bring him back in Pirate 7 if this one is successful. But if this isn't successful, I don't see them making any more Pirates movies after this. Because the last two, 4 was the least successful. And then the 5th one was the most least successful than the 4th one.
Wait,
So
I thought 4 made $1 billion though.
Oh, that's right. 4 did make a lot of money. I don't think it made $1 billion though. I think 3 made $1 billion.
I think it made a bit. Hold on, I'm about to check right now. Because I thought it's like, it was like a sleeper $1 billion hit for some reason. Let me see.
Me and Austin rewatched all the movies and actually enjoyed on Stranger Tides a lot more than I remember.
Yep,
it was actually a pretty good movie.
Yep, it made $1 billion.
Okay, so it's the 5th one that made the least money. It made it. I don't even think it broke 800 million. I think it just broke probably, what was it, like 4 or 5? I think.
I'm trying to.
I think it was like 5 or 6. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, that was the 5th one, right?
Yeah.
Yep, it made 700 million. So,
700, yeah.
Yep.
Which still isn't bad, but for a Pirates movie, out of all the 4, the last, I think At World's End made $1 billion too. I'm not sure if it did or not.
I think so. Yeah, let me check that.
So that's that said a lot.
Yeah. So look, I'm personally played out with the Pirates movies. But I would love. Yeah, I feel like they need to go in a new direction if they're going to make another Pirates movie. But I'm open to Johnny coming back if there is a story to tell with him. Because like as much as I want Johnny to get, big roles again, and I want him to come back to a franchise he loves, I just don't want him to do the same shtick that he's been doing for the past 3 movies. It felt like he stopped trying after 2 with this character. So I just feel like if they do bring him back, I just want better writing for him. That's
me too.
What I'm concerned about.
Well, I do think that was definitely an effect, Ibrahim. I think that was definitely, but I think overall, that's not why they fired him. I don't think that's why they let him go. That probably has something to do with it, but I don't think that was the main reason. I think the main reason was the accusations and stuff like that. But
he was. Yeah, like I think the accusations, like the controversy, started happening like around.
It was about 6 years ago.
Yeah, so it was literally in the middle of like when he was in Fantastic Beasts. That's when it like started like really like getting up there. And Dat Boy 22 is correct. Pirates 3 made 900 million.
Okay. Oh yeah. Who was it who said yes? Thank you, Dat Boy. Deadman's Chest was the one who made $1 billion. Thank you so much. I wasn't exactly sure because I know I looked up the numbers recently. I just totally forgot. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. There's not really much to cover. I just I hope he's out there living his life, and that's what I want for him. And I hope, I seriously, and I really want to say this too, because I want to be very clear about my stance about the whole Amber Heard court of public opinion, right? Of course, I don't like Amber Heard. I think she's a terrible person. I think she has a lot of she has some really fucked up issues that she needs to, I really think she needs therapy, whatever. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose anybody, but from what I've seen and what I've heard, the whole trial, I seriously think she needs mental help. and I hope that this doesn't happen to another man, and this doesn't happen to another woman. This shouldn't happen to anyone. This is unacceptable. Nobody should have to go through what Johnny went through. It's absolutely appalling and it's disgusting. And especially when you have that person sitting there trying to point the finger back at them and then not even showing emotion during their testimony at all. But one thing I do want to say too is I'm kind of like, yeah, I like the videos and stuff that are kind of, making fun of her a little bit. They're entertaining and they're funny. I will say this, but I absolutely disagree and I disavow the behavior that people display about her. Like, they'll say, they mentioned in the trial that people said they wanted to microwave her baby, which I think is absolutely disgusting. No matter what I think about her, no matter how much I don't like her, that is absolutely unacceptable. And I think behavior like that, needs to be called out.
Yeah.
So there's a limit. Okay. There's a limit of, making fun of someone on the internet. That is just taking it to a limit where it doesn't need to go there. That's just gross. It's just gross behavior. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I mean, I was going to go into a story that I got into this, me and Austin got into this debate with this Uber chick about the whole trial because she was Team Amber, but I really don't want to get into that, to be honest. Maybe another day. But
okay.
Other than that, the next topic, everyone's wanting to talk about the Ezra Miller stuff in the chat. So let's get to the Ezra Miller stuff. I have the article up. So let me share my screen. We'll go through the article. I didn't read all of it. I kind of like read some of it, but I'm just going to give my brief thoughts about this before we go too much into it. But I don't know, like from the outside looking in, this seems really odd. Until I see, like evidence or something, then I'll speak more about it. But just my, brief opinion on this from the outside looking in before going into this. I think these parents, I know parents like this. I know a parent like this right now. That's literally fucking insane. And I've known them my whole life. They want control over their child's life because they clearly don't have control over their own life. But that's kind of what it seems like to me. Like, she made her own choices. She dropped out of college. She did drugs, which is her own choice. But and I did read her statement because she did come out and say something, and I read her statement and I kind of believe her. But until I hear more about it, I'm not going to really solidify any opinions on it because, again, this is a TMZ article. This is a TMZ story. So, again, people, please realize that. I'm not saying they don't have any credibility. I'm just saying, sometimes, some information they get sent is just bogus. But this seems pretty valid, to be honest, from what's been going on the past few months with Ezra. But I guess, the title of the headline was Parents Say Actors Taking Control of Their Daughter Ask Court for Protective Order. So apparently Ezra Miller is not only a bad influence, they're a danger to the well-being of an 18-year-old woman, at least according to her parents, who are asking a court to step in and keep the actor away from her. According to new legal documents obtained by TMZ, Dakota Iron Eyes met a then 23-year-old Miller in 2016 when she was just 12 years old. And the actor was visiting the Standing Rock Reservation in North Dakota. From there, Dakota's parents say she and Ezra developed a friendship they believe put Dakota at risk. Dakota's parents say Miller flew her to London in 2017 to visit the studio where Fantastic Beasts was filmed. As she was a big fan and Miller was a star in the movie. At the time of the trip, they say Dakota was 14, Ezra was 25. And here's Dakota in the picture here. As the friendship continued, Dakota's parents claim Ezra supplied their underage daughter with alcohol, marijuana, and LSD. Not only that, they claim Ezra, best known as the Flash in the DC superhero films, disrupted Dakota's schooling at a private institute in Massachusetts so much she dropped out in December 2021. The parents say they flew to Miller's Vermont home in January to get their daughter and discovered she didn't have her driver's license, car keys, bank card, and other items needed to navigate life independently. They say they also found bruises on Dakota's body, which they allege Ezra caused. Shortly after she got home, Dakota's parents say she fled to New York City to reunite with Ezra. And from there, the pair's been traveling together to Vermont, Hawaii, Los Angeles. The two were spotted at a club in Hawaii in video obtained by TMZ, which I believe that's the video above here. Yeah, there she is. Shortly after she got home, Dakota's parents say she fled. Oh, I think I just read this, didn't I? Yes, I did. As we reported, Miller got arrested several times during their stay in Hawaii, including an incident where they allegedly attacked bar patrons. In the docs, Dakota's parents state Ezra uses violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, delusions, and drugs to hold sway over a young adolescent Dakota. They claim Ezra also told Dakota to solely go by Gibson, a nickname she formerly used with family and friends. Then there's this. They say Ezra decided Dakota is non-binary transgender when she had previously declared herself non-binary queer gay. And here's her statement here. I'm an adult. I'm just going to read her statement. Let's read her statement here. So before we go into this statement, what are your thoughts on this briefly, Dial, from what we've gone into?
Oh, boy. This is the Flash? This is going to be our Flash?
Yeah, this is the Flash. Yeah. Don't you love him? Don't you just love the Flash? Hey, RJ.
Hey,
what's up,
RJ.
Dad?
What's up?
I'm just stopping by
man.
for a little bit because I'm it's raining really bad, so I figured I'd stop by just to wave
No, it's all good.
that's real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to say that this situation's really, really, really messy. There's a lot going on. Apparently now there's accusations that either Ezra or somebody, a part of his team, has multiple accounts trying to defend them, and a bunch of people talking bad about Ezra. I don't know. What I will say is this is a very messy situation. Gotta wait and kind of hear more details.
Yeah.
I don't know who to believe because the daughter says one thing, the parents are saying she's been brainwashed and she's been manipulated to the point where she is denying this stuff. This really sucks. This is not a good thing. Obviously, this is really, really bad. This is really bad. Ezra is trending top 10 around the world once again.
Dear God.
And this is like the 4th or 5th or 6th time in the last couple months.
Yeah, it just keeps adding up and piling up.
It does, and even if Ezra's innocent, this is not good PR. When things are finally starting to calm down, and now it's being dredged up again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, just my 2 cents for I got a dip, but I will just say this: I think at this point, there's nothing you can do about the Flash movie. It's going to come out. They're going to do what they're going to do with it. It's going to be released with Ezra Miller as Barry Allen. Yeah. After that, though, I think it'd be a very smart idea if they just recast the role and just moved on, because this is becoming too much of a PR nightmare. Even if Ezra is proven to be innocent, the previous accusations are stacking up. Where is his statement? Where is Ezra and his representatives? Why are they not talking yet? What is taking so long? Because the longer this gets dragged out, the worse and worse Ezra looks, and the worse it's going to be for everybody involved. So
he hasn't said a word.
So I'll let y'all get back to it.
No, thank you so much for popping in, man.